I think I got it. Yeah. All right. So the stream is buffering, but we're good. Currently a minute and a half in. Utica tied 0-0 with Bridgeport. It's weird. I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm going to have no audio for a little bit. Actually, I have a better idea. I need to work the stream a little bit. But Utica puts out pretty much a similar lineup to normal, except Chris Carroll and Aiden Hughes are scratched among the forwards, and the extra skater is Alex German, playing 7 of 8 defensemen. Scratches in total include Carroll, Hughes, Barrett, and Patterson. Kyle Curtin is the starting goalie, and McMillan and McClellan fill in lines 1 and 2, which is surprising. There we go. Up ice 3 minutes in, dumps it into the offensive zone. They beat out any sort of icing. I don't know if it was or not. Utica has it. Low circle shot, sent wide. They have it high circle to goalie right, sending it around the boards. They managed to secure it, and a potential no call. And Utica has it high circle, goalie left, sent down low. Rockport manages to secure possession. I forgot the word for a second. And they drive in with a 4-on-2, and then they dump. Herrick is there first. Stopped by a Brockport forward. Puck spits out from behind the net, and Utica secures and tries to get it up ice. That might be gut. Utica takes it up ice. That's Brighton who tries to dump it in, and he does. Brockport gets it behind their own net, cycles it out, and gets it into the neutral zone with a forward dumping. They're taking a line change. Utica gets it to the left, driving up bench side, and turn it over to Brockport. Brockport takes it up ice, up the left side, sends it low, back to the point, shot from the right, and it misses wide. They get it to the left, low, high circle shot, saved by Curtin, sent to the left, either that or it went wide. They get it back up high circle, and they shoot and miss the net again. Utica secures and attempts to dump. That is a good dump off the backhand into the neutral, and Brockport manages to dump it back in. It goes behind the net. Brighton beaten, but nobody in the middle. It was a 2-on-1. Utica gets it back and then fails to get it out. Now they have it behind the net, looking for a breakout. They get it up ice. No icing. Icing waved off as the puck was missed. But Brockport still secures and manages to. They attempt to get it out. They do. Utica has it in the neutral zone. They look to re-enter. Up the right side, centering. No one there. It was a little late. High circle shot is deflected, and it may have been up and out, deflected up and out, or it missed up and out. I don't know. I don't know. Goalie had it, deflected it into a glove or in the glove. Face off, 2 goalie left on the penalty box side. Right now, it looks like the first line is back out there of Vito, Della Rovere, and McMillan, with defenseman Will Hilfiger, and I think Serrato is on the other side. Face off won by Brockport. They try to dump it out. Utica's there. They keep it in. A shot. Score! Score! Utica finds the net. That might have been Gabriel Lundberg. It was. Lundberg finds the first of the game. Let's go! Hold on, I have to find it.
Della Rovere has an option going to net. It's Lundberg. He scores! Opportunity. Let's score again. Amazing angle. Away. McClellan scores!
Utica wins the face-off and has it in the offensive zone. They have it low to the right, cycling, trying to get it out of the corner. The camera, for some reason, won't pan. It goes behind the net. Brockport manages to move the puck around, but Utica's there, and they smother that attempt to get it out. Utica's still there as Brockport gets it back. They try to get it out, and they do. It's going to be a 3-3 rush, and they slow it down. Attempted shot stopped, even though it would have went wide by Curtin and frozen with 6 minutes gone, 6:01. Utica leading 1-0. Face off to goalie, right? Oh, never mind. That's not going to work. Utica manages to get it down into the offensive zone, but it's dumped out by Brockport's goalie. They have it now behind their own net, looking up. Serrato with a nice spin to keep a defender off him. He takes the puck up the ice into the neutral, makes a pass. They up high circle and shoot, sent wide by the goalie into the netting. That was what a turnaround to turn that into a chance from Serrato. That kid's good. That kid is good. I'm telling you. And I don't say that lightly. He's good. Face off to the right to the left of the goalie. Utica wins, but wins it too well as it goes down into their own zone. They beat it there. And they gain control, try to break out, goes wide. Dumped in. It comes back. They try to get it out. Ahern is there to stop it, but it ends up getting out anyways. Brighton moves it over and dumped in. Brockport manages to beat it to that corner. Tries to dump it out. Brighton is there to stop. But Brockport gets it out anyways. Looks like it gets into the Utica zone. Brockport beat it out from there, so there's no icing, but couldn't get the pass. Utica gets a 1-on-0. It's a 1-on-0 potentially. 1-on-1. Shot. Saved. Oh, that could have been a good breakout. Not breakout, breakaway. Utica loses the puck as Brockport gets behind the net, circles it around. Utica can't stop it, and they get a little bit of pressure, but Utica gets it back. Looking up ice for the breakout. There it is. It doesn't land as well as expected on the stick, and Brockport gets it back, and they have it in their own zone. Moving around, keeping away from Utica, and try to dump it. Utica manages to stop it at their own blue line and tries to get it into the O zone, and was it a hand pass? Ooh, they're calling a penalty. Maybe? No. Hand pass? The gesture just confused me. I'm assuming it was a hand pass. Face off at center ice. It's the first line back out there. Vito, De La Rovere, and McMillan is who I'm assuming is on that right wing. Utica tries to win back, but Brockport gets it and gets a shot off, but it's saved or wide. I'm pretty sure it was saved by Curtin. Utica has it back, looking for the breakout. It's there, but offsides. Offsides was called. He barely got over that line before the puck. Never mind icing. I thought it was offsides. And Utica rotates, pulling out the second line with Morse and Jaguar McClelland. D line of Procius and Perrick if they're still together. And that forward line will have Gullickson on the other side. Face off to the right. Penalty box side. Utica wins it. Sends it around behind their own net. Fumbles the puck but keeps it in possession. Turns looking and gets it moving. It's out of their own zone. Dumped into the O zone. Utica's there on the other side, right to left. Battle for it in the or on the side. Utica gets it to the slot, but Brockport gets the puck back, and they have a 3-on-2, 3-on-3. No shot. They try to wrap around, but Curtin was there by a mile. Saved, frozen, face off to the left. Okay, now it's Perrick and German on D out there. Full change though. Utica loses the face-off. Brockport dumps it low. They're there. They try to send it to the slot, but there's a Utica player there to keep them from getting it, and it goes all the way back into Brockport's own defensive zone. They move around behind the net, try to get away from two defenders. They can. Brockport, even numbers coming down the ice, looking, tries to send the pass. They can't. Utica has it, and coming out of their own zone into the O zone. It was dumped. Brockport has it, misses it, gets stuck in a sticky situation, but Brockport has it and dumps it. Utica secures. That was Perrick moving the puck. Nice little move, turns into a pass. They lose it in the offensive zone, and Brockport gets it back out, coming the other way. Into the neutral. Into the offensive zone. Tries to get around behind the net, but Utica is there to cut it off and get the puck back. Coming up the right side boards. At least they attempt to. It doesn't get out. Yes, it does. Brockport has it in their own zone now, regrouping. Breakout off the boards. Utica stops it. Coming up the bench side. It goes lower into the zone, out of the battle, but Utica has it and moves the puck around, trying to get it out. That they do, driving into the O zone. It's a line change. There's only 2-on-5, and Brockport gets it back. Brockport had the higher number of guys. Brockport driving. Look, shoots, saved, and sent wide by Curtin. He might have gotten tripped up. I don't know who tripped him up, if it was a Utica player or not. I'm not sure. But dead puck, I'm assuming potentially icing. Oh, they're giving Brockport the penalty for a trip on tripping Curtin. That is Brockport number 43. Utica is going on the power play. Let's go. Utica has not done good on the power play this season. Really bad. Let's hope they can find one here. That power play is with 10-18 gone in the first. Brockport wins the faceoff and gets the puck deep. One player chasing. Utica gets the puck back in their own zone, looking to get in to the offensive zone, and they get it deep. Brockport tries to dump out, but Procius is there looking across. High circle, right to left, back to Procius. Back over. Looks low, can't get it there. Procius secures. Puts it low left. Looking. Back up, high left circle. Low left circle. Coming up, cycling high. Dumps back low, shot. No, nothing on that. It's to the right corner. Utica trying to move the puck back around the other way. They do. Low left. High left shot. Saved. Redirected. Utica gets it back. Procius, high right. Crossed, high left. Cycling back up to high left, high slot. Looking. That was Vitali. Passes it. Passes to Procius. Passes over to the right. That's Perrick. Pass low to Vito. Into the corner. Tried to get it back to Vitali, and he couldn't. It comes around the right side. Defenseman steps up. That's Procius who stepped. Comes back around the left. It's Perrick who has it. Dumps it back low. Back high to Procius. Procius the whiff on the one-timer by Morse as it's dumped low. It's sent back up high to Perrick, who dumps back low to Vito. Comes around behind, back up to Procius, looking, driving low, passes below the red line, cycling up, looking, high slot shot from Morse is redirected. Back in the low corner, coming up through a cycle, tries to pass. There's no defenseman there. Perrick has to rush over and dump and chip it in. Morse there trying to keep it in, and then he gets relief from PP2 coming on. And actually, that must have been just a line change. Power play over, and a dead puck. Utica could not capitalize on another power play. This time they actually did shoot a little bit, which is good, but just you got to score your power plays. You can't let it. Looks like it's Ahern to the box now for Utica. Utica on the penalty kill at 12:20. Up 1-0 on Brockport. Face off to the left. Won by Brockport. They cycle high right. Sends low. Tries to get it behind the net. They do, but he misses the puck. Utica's there to get it. They try to dump it out. They can't. Brockport has it high going right to left. Left to slot. Blocked. Utica dumps. It's behind the Brockport net. Stopped by the goaltender. They carry up the ice. Drop pass back. Carry in. Looking right circle. Dumped low. Left circle. There's pressure. Low left. They try to send it to the slot. They cannot. High right circle. Utica's giving a lot of chase. High right circle shot. Redirected wide. Utica manages to attempt to dump it, and they do. All the way down to the other end of Brockport's D zone. Less than a minute. The clock is ticking on this Brockport power play. They rotate, trying to get fresh legs and regroup. They are. Now they take it from behind the net after a pass or two. They drive in, dump low. They have it behind the net. Rotating it. Trying to get it low. They cannot. There's a Utica defender there, but they get it back. They rotate it back to high right circle, low right circle, looking slot. They get it high slot, way high slot, shot loose, and it's stopped and frozen by the Utica goaltender, Kyle Curtin. I am now more stressed out as this game goes on. All right. So Brockport wins the faceoff. It gets in front of the Utica net again, but frozen by Curtin. Oh, that was a replay. Why did they replay it? The faceoff is dumped, won by Utica and dumped. De La Rovera almost got to the puck, but the goalie was there to re-grab and get it moving. They enter the zone. 4 seconds left in the power play. They look, slot, shot, miss wide, and back to even with just over 6 and change to go. Utica pressuring Brockport, even though Brockport is in the O-zone. Keeping on him. Brockport has it on the left circle. Trying to get it low. They can't. Utica can't get it anywhere either. Now they do. They dump it out. Brockport manages to secure in their own zone, though, and they carry it into their zone. Moving the puck around. Camera won't move. The puck goes back up the left boards, dumped in to Curtin's right, around to his left. Brockport secures it, looking from low left circle, trying to get it to the slot. They've been doing it all night. They want that slot shot. Board battle at Curtin's left. 3 each. Brockport wins, cycling right, shot, saved wide. They try to throw it in front while Curtin wasn't in the crease much, but it wasn't there. They have it to Curtin's right, low to high, to really high. The defenseman looking for a shot, way wide by 2 player lengths, and Utica gets it back. Moving it out of into the O-zone, it looks like it's going to be a dump and change. It is. Brockport has it. They're cycling and moving out of the zone. They dump it in, and now they're changing. Curtin stops it behind the net. Utica takes the puck, looking up ice for the breakout. It's there and tipped into the O-zone, but it comes back. They attempt to get it back out. Brockport does, and they do eventually. And they take it in, looking for the middle shot or middle pass, but Utica gets it back from their own zone, driving into the O-zone. Looking, shot, sent wide by Brockport. Utica manages to keep it in, though. Looking. Tries to center. He cannot. There's a Brockport defender there, and it's coming the other way. Brockport looking, pass high, circle to the right, low circle to the right, moving it around. Utica manages to disrupt that, and it comes out. Brockport has it in their own zone. They try to get rid of it, but Utica's there. Pass, shot, saved, and almost loose. A little bit of shoving after that one. because of a chip at the puck when it was under the goalie's mitt. It would face off to goalie's right with 3 and just under a half left to go. Utica leading 1-0. Whew. I did not expect this. There, I have that. Utica wins the faceoff, but Brockport manages to get out of the zone. They're driving, dump. Utica's there, cycling around behind the net. Brighton, they try to get it out. They can't. Brockport's there, dumping it low. Utica's there to stop it. They get it back, move it. That's Vitale coming up the left boards, makes a pass. It gets out eventually. De La Rovere dumps. Vitale chasing. Goalie has it behind the net, sends it to his left. They send it back around behind the net and regroup. They hold it behind the net, just standing there with the puck while they change. And the Pioneers not giving chase. Looks like one of the circles to it, the blue line's too deep. Utica, or too deep towards their own zone. Utica manages to force the puck back into their offensive zone. Looking, shot. It's saved. And a little bit of a shove, kind of late. There's multiple players on the ice, just chilling. Now they all get up. Hopefully no injuries. It doesn't look like there is. And face-off, I'm assuming, is going to be the goalie left. It looks like he had a glove save on that. But Utica will now take the face-off to goalie right. Face-off. Back in. Hold on, let me adjust my mic. Okay, I think it's good. Dumped into the Utica zone. Utica gets behind their own net, moving it around. They try to get it out. They do not. Brockport has it low circles. Passing to the center circle. Shot saved and redirected wide. Brockport tries to send it to the point, but they miss. And it's back into the end of their own zone. The goalie has it, dumping it off to a player. They regroup behind their own net. They do this a lot, apparently, right now in this game. They take it forward, dump it in. Utica stops it. They try to regroup and dump again. And dead puck, it must have caught the scoreboard. So the face-off will go all the way down into the Brockport zone. Utica will take the face-off to goalie right. 95 of Brockport pleading case to the Orange Band. But either way, it doesn't change the call. Out there looks to be... That might be Gomez, Longhi, Lundberg with Procius. And no, that's not Procius. That would be German out there with, I don't know who his D partner is because he's a rotating extra. Utica manages to keep it in after Brockport wins the faceoffs, but it gets out anyways. But Utica gets it back. Lundberg looking and dumps. It manages to get on net and frozen by the Brockport goalie. I know what I was going to do. That's why I had this page open. I didn't put the stats up like I normally do. Face off to goalie right again. A new line out there for Utica. Vitale high, Brighton low. So Brighton defensive line out there. Utica manages to get it below the goalie. Behind the net, looking, stops, turns back the other way. Tries to shoot it. They cannot. It goes wide. It's circled to the left. Vito looking, trying to get the puck somewhere. He does not. Brighton stops from going out and dumps it back in. That's Vito, secures it behind the net, looking towards the slot. He moves in, tries to shoot. Loose puck. But Utica gets it back. They take another shot. Loose, but secured by Brockport after the ricochet. 3-on-2, looking to shoot. It's wide. The field goal is not good, and Utica takes it back the other way. Nope, that is it is Utica. Brockport manages to get in there and get it back out. Utica almost in a bad spot, but German stops it and dumps it in. Goalie there for Brockport. They move the puck out. 15 seconds left in the first. Dumped in. Curtin almost stops it, but decides to leave it for the defenseman instead of touching it. Brockport has it with 5 seconds. High shot from the point. Does not get through. Bodies 1 second, and that's the end of the first period. Utica up 1-0 in their first UCHC game of the season. All right. Whew. That's I'm already stressed out by this game. So I wasn't able to get on early because of mic issues, or else I would have been on a couple minutes early. But Brockport this season so far has 3 losses, 1 win. Their 1 win coming against Newman on November 1st. Their losses come to Stevenson, a 1-2 loss. That Newman win was 6-2, by the way. And then a loss at home versus Buffalo State, 2-5. And then a road loss to number 8, Oswego, 1-4. So Brockport is 1-3 overall, and this is also their first UCHC conference game. So far, shots on goal is Utica favor 9-7, but shots in total favor Brockport 16-15. Utica has gotten in front of a number of those shots. Utica is definitely winning on the faceoffs 11-6, and both teams have not scored on their single power play. I did not. Utica is playing good right now. Not like it's not the score I expected, but on paper they look good right now. They don't look too bad. Not on paper. On the ice, they don't look too bad, I would say. I mean, I expect if they don't start scoring soon, maybe then you start to get worried. But it is what it is. Putting up the stats because I didn't do that earlier. I want to share. Not that. That is what I want to share. This is the summary so far. As you can see, shots. Whoa! Wait. So, on the ice, shots are 9-7 on that broadcast. The official stats say 10-4 in Utica's favor in shots on goal. Interesting. Utica does have 5 blocked shots, too. So, Utica doing what they do best in getting in front of the puck. Taking a look around D3 as I pull up the USCHO. There, I could check Twitter and check D3 Hockey News. Go check him out. But I already have USCHO pulling up, or else I would. So around D3, Geneseo is starting their game. Endicott is starting theirs. Hold on. I need the actual thing because some of these I need to see to really know what is going on. Let me just know. Stevenson is up 5-0 right now, early in the second. Some of these scores are interesting that I'm looking at right now. Hold on. This just loads. Geneseo, Albertus Magnus starts right now. Elmira's up 2 on St. John Fisher going into the second. And Chatham earlier today beat Nazareth 5-1. Nazareth not getting off to a greatest start in USC or UCHC play. Endicott, number 13, plays Wentworth. That game just started. Number 5, UNE, is up 2-0 on Roger Williams. Curry up 2-1 on Suffolk. Curry's number 6 in D3 with just over 1 to go in the first period. Nichols beat Johnson in Wales earlier today, 2-1. UMass Dartmouth losing to Plymouth State at the start of the third period, 5-1. Number 15 Babston up 2-0 at the end of one on Norwich. UMass Boston New England College just started their game, and Castleton Southern Maine. Nothing here on their game, but it says started at 7 o'clock Eastern. Newman Arcadia just started. Wilkes Lebanon Valley is tied at the beginning of 2, and Stevenson has dropped 5 on Misericordia. Sorry if I'm butchering that in some way. I hope I'm not. With 5 minutes and just a half a minute into the second period. Alverna's up on King's College at the end of 1. Number 11 Tryon tied with Dubuque 1-1 with a little bit left in the first. Number 4 St. Norbert starts at 8 o'clock Central Time, which would be 26 minutes Eastern away in Eastern time or anytime against Marion. Concordia plays MSOE also at 8 o'clock. Same with number 2 Adrian and number 3 Aurora and Lake Forest Lawrence. In the NESCAC, Williams and Colby, I said that weirdly, just started their game. Tufts is up 1 on Wesleyan at the end of 1. Middlebury and Bowdoin just started their game. Number 9 Hamilton tied with Amherst 1-1 with 2 to go in the first. And Trinity, number 14 in D3, goes into the end of the first up 1 on Connecticut College. In the NE10, Assumption up 1 on St. Michael's at the end of 1. Post trailing Franklin Pierce, who has a power play with 1:42 left in the first, I'm assuming. Yes. Or the second. No, it looks like the second. And St. Anselm plays Southern New Hampshire. This is 6:40 Eastern Time, but there's no score for that. In the SUNYAC, just at the end of 1, you have Fredonia up 1 on Morrisville. With 30 seconds left, Cortland is tied with Buffalo State 2-2. Potsdam starting the second up 1 on Canton. Plattsburgh up 1 on Oswego State, but they have a power play at the end of 1. And Hobart up 2, number 1 Hobart up 2-1 on Skidmore, and they have a power play that looks like it will carry into the second if that timing is right. Non-conference games, you have Beloit Hiram in an hour. Bethel plays UW Stout in 44 minutes. Same with St. John's and UW River Falls, Concordia, Minnesota, and UW Eau Claire, and St. Scholastica versus number 12 UW Superior. Stevenson just scored another goal to make it 6-0. And in the MIAC, you have St. Olaf plays Gustavus at 8 Eastern, and same with Ham Lions St. Mary's. A lot of hockey going on tonight. A lot of hockey. That was a lot. So much that my broadcast has to reload. Why does it say at 14:48 first period? This is not updated. I'm going to reload that. Oh, why does everything have to be a mess today? Looking at the first period of this game, though, Utica probably should have capitalized on that power play. They probably should have. But this season has been a rough time for power plays for them. And Utica women's, it looks like, beat Hilbert College 8-0 with shots 81-5. Ryder had 4 points. Vitale, spelled with an I, and Hoke each scored twice. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And a total of 12 Pioneers score at least a point in that win. Hartford Wolfpack are currently in their game. Oh, it's a whiteout game for. Ooh, is that? That is. Oswego versus Plattsburgh. Whiteout tonight. That's a game right there. I didn't know it was a whiteout. I'm I'm gonna say this right now. I'm surprised I'm keeping up this well with how long it's been since I've done one of these. Um, let's just say that shots on goal, according to the broadcast, do not match the live stats. Can somebody fix that? Our shots 10-4 on goal, and they don't give Brockport 2 shots on the broadcast when they say they have 16. I'm confused. Can someone solve this confusion for me? Hold on. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up so I have the audio somewhere else. Smart idea. That's what I was going to do. Because I need the audio. I can't do this without audio here in the game, and I can't plug it into my computer right now or my PC because then it knocks out my mic. I had a way to do this, and I almost want to try it, but I don't want to. Do I really want to mess this up? Because I had problems with it. Every podcast I do, I have a problem with it. So I'm hoping and hoping that whatever I do works. Let me also note Utica plays Brockport tomorrow night. And that game is in the Utica University. In the Utica Adirondack Bank Center at 7 o'clock. I'll definitely be there. I have stuff to do in the Nexus beforehand, a game to watch, so I will definitely be there all day, like I always am. But it'll be fun. Don't worry. I'm going to lose my mind at the hockey game. Both. That hopefully at home they have a little more juice. It seems like they don't have as much. I wouldn't say as much juice, but this score right now. Did I click the wrong watch? I definitely did. Today's the 14th. That says the 15th. See, I actually know what today is. That's surprising. Normally I don't. Normally, if somebody asks me what day it is, I say what day of the week, not what number day it is, because I never know. What day is it? There's hockey on. It's either Friday or Saturday or Sunday. College hockey. It's one of those 3 days if there's college hockey on normally. And there's no college football on or NFL football, so it's Friday. Funny how that works. All right, let's see if. It's about on the same timing. No, it's not. It's behind. Here come the stripes of terror. The zebras. The zebras of mediocrity. Actually, I don't even know who the refs are, so I can't even say anything. I should check and see who the refs are. I probably would just because I'm curious now. Like, I always like knowing who it is. Yep, they have an alarm. Awesome. Maybe that'll. I no. I reserve the right to hold all comments till the end. I don't like to jinx. They're trying to hype up the couple hundred fans. probably 200 max. They picked a good song for them to come out. I'm not even gonna lie. I will give them their flowers. The song is good. I don't even know what it's called, but I just know the song is good. The Lundeberg goal was assisted on by Longhee. Okay, so on the stat tracking, it is accurate. On the broadcast, the shots on goal is wrong. Okay, so the call against Utica, the second one was, or the first one was too many men. Utica gets the puck dumped in deep. No, it's Brockport that gets the puck dumped in deep. They're looking to the left. They try to dump it in. Utica tries to get it out. Brockport is there at the left circle, going low behind the net. Utica trying to get it out. Moving it up the right. Trying to get it out was Morris. They do, but Brockport is there. Utica stops the player dead in his tracks and keeps him out of the zone. They try to get in, but are stopped as they do. Utica is there to regroup in the neutral. Looking to dump, that is Brighton. He does. Morse getting in deep. He gets the puck behind the net, looking, moves the puck along. Shot from Gullickson is stopped. That is saved by Brockport. Yeah, that is Easter and net, someone that Utica has seen before, if I'm not mistaken. The face-off taken by Gut to goalie right, or to goalie left. One by Brockport taken out. They go to the right, shot saved and redirected by Curtin. Goes into the corner and up. Utica secures it, coming around behind the net. To the right, gets it out. Tries to cross, but there's a Brockport player there. Bring it in. He's alone. He has no help. Here comes his help. It comes up the boards to goalie right, but Utica gets it. That's Gut moving it along. Comes up the left side boards. Into the offensive zone. It is touched up. And never mind, it is not. That is an icing. It comes back. Puck coming down to goalie right. Curtin looking to stop this puck. Face off one by Brockport. Doesn't get through a block. Second shot. Doesn't get through either, or it missed wide. The field goal was not good. Brockport has the puck. Moving along. Shot blocked in front by a defender. Utica hands it down, trying to get it out, but they cannot. Moving along the corner. Hilfiger trying to get over there. The Brockport player lost his stick on the hit along the boards. But Brockport still has it, trying to move it along. The stick ties it up. The stick on the ice tied it up. No, it was picked up. Utica there, moving it around. They try to get it out. Utica gets it into the ozone. Tied up was, I think, Bax. Yes, it was. Puck, no, it was Bax. Puck moved around. Gomez moved it back around the other way behind the goalie. Utica has it to Easter's left. Circling up into the high slot is Gomez. Cameron won't move, so I don't know who has it. They have it high and they dump it low. That is Procius. Back high to Procius. He is to goalie right, and it must have missed because they move it around. They come out and move it around. They dump it back in. Secured by Brockport. They get it out. That puck ends up in Curtin, or to Curtin, and it is frozen. Face off to curtain right again. A face off lost by Utica. Brockport shot blocked. It manages to get in deep into the Brockport zone, but gotten by goalie. But Utica gets there. They try to get in front. They get shot, missed, whiffed on the backhand, and Utica doesn't get what should have been a goal. They have it behind the net looking. Slot gets blocked, moving around behind the net. Up to Vito. Vito coming around, trying to drive. Shot not there. Moved back up high. Shot from Hilfiger. Redirected. Utica has it. Trips. Tries to move the puck to the center. He can't. Morris loses it. And it looks like there's a penalty on the plate of Brockport. Is that a trip? Is there a penalty? There is. Brockport to the box. That's a Utica power play again. Yep. Tripping for 2 to somebody in the 70s. I don't know what number that was. It'll say on the thing. It'll make me look dumb. Yep, penalty on Andrew Haw. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Utica wins the faceoff. Up high. Shot. Or a below pass. Utica has it. Moving it around. Tries to get it up. They do. High slot. Or not high slot. High circle. Gets out. Utica has it behind their own net. Looking up ice. The puck is moved up ice. Brockport manages to stop them at mid. And they regroup behind the net and change. Longhe comes on. Utica manages to lose the puck. Brockport's there, but Utica gets it back. That was a hit. Utica has it. Good move. Saved by Easter, though. .118 left on the power play. 4 minutes and 6 seconds into the second period. Utica has the puck after a faceoff win. High circle, mid circle, tries to cross it to high slot or high point. He can't. Parrott gets it deep. Puck goes by Morris. It came all the way back around. Morris has it low, moves it high. ADR back to the high circle, moving it around to Parrott. Parrott very high slot to Gut, moving low. Shot redirected. Parrott sends it back low. Puck comes back up to Parrott. High right circle. He drives. Shot. That's a pass, actually. They try to shoot. 2 attempts, and they are stopped by Easter. 41 seconds left on the power play. I like the shooting. The shooting is a little better on the power play this so far than games past, it feels like. Face-off won by Brockport. Comes around behind that. Utica manages to keep it in. That's got Utica there to get it. And Brockport tries to dump, and they do. 30 seconds left, and it looks like there's going to be a change in somebody on the power play, and the puck comes back up off the breakout. Morse back on. Actually, if there was a change, I don't know if there was. Puck moves around backs or got, I can't tell which. That must be backs. Puck comes back out. 10 seconds left on the power play. Curtin has the puck, passes it to Procius. Coming back around behind the net. 4 seconds left on the power play. They start to drive. Back to even. Utica has it in their own. They're in the offensive zone. The pass misses and it's out. Utica back up along the left side boards. Penalty box side. They break it out. 3-on-2. 2-on-1. The pass is not there. Good way to get down from the defenseman, but Utica keeps it in. They do. Puck is in deep, and Utica's changing. They try to center ice, something that worked against Utica earlier in the year, but now it does not. D-to-D end dumped through a tip. Utica stops it after they try to dump it into the Utica zone off a backhand from their own zone and dump it in, but Brockport gets it back. Carrying, sent into the Utica zone. Utica secures and gets it out. Tripped up by the ice monster instead of the turf monster is Utica, and it comes back out. Camera barely following the puck. Utica moving around, gets it out of the zone into the offensive zone. No, it is not. Utica has it in the neutral zone again after an unsuccessful dump. They do dump it now. Lundberg chasing. He gets some good pressure, but the puck's coming out. 3-3. Coming down the ice. Utica gets it back. Move it up ice. Lundberg chasing after a dump. But Brockport gets it coming the other way. It's kept in by Utica. Looking, 1-1. That was Vito who couldn't get the shot off. He tried to drag the puck. He almost had it. Utica brings it behind their net, gets it into the neutral, into the offensive. That looks like it's McMillan. No, that's Matthew. It's 12. Did I call McMillan? No, it is McMillan. Utica player down at center ice. He's hurt. He's really hurt. I can't tell who that is. Looks like he was clipped. And a little bit of extracurricular. Whoever it is was down and writhing. And I don't know if he's back up. Camera doesn't show him. I don't know who went down, and I really hope it wasn't who I think it was. Oh, it just glitched. I don't know who went down. Face off, going to be two, and center ice left towards Utica's side of the red line. Face off won by Utica. Just under 8 minutes gone. Utica gets it in the ozone, but it's coming back the other way. It's a 3-on-2. Never mind. Utica gets their guys back. Shot. Saved. Second save. Curtin manages to keep the puck out of the net with 3 attempted shots. I don't know how many of them actually got on net. Utica dumps it in. And it comes back out. Brockport. That was Serrato. Oh, it was Serrato that went down. Brockport coming back out. Not Brockport. Utica coming back in. Morris has it behind the net. Circling. Looking. Still has it high. Coming low on the right. Has it high. Shot. Goalie is down. Puck is loose. Easter is down. Puck or play blown dead. Looks like Malzahn was going after Drake Morse. I don't think you should go after a captain. Come on, bud. Don't go after a captain. That's not going to end well. They're playing jump around while they got puck going on. I'm with it. I like jump around. Brockport teammate stick caught Easter. It wasn't even a Utica player. Face off to Easter's right. Lost by Utica. Comes around behind the net. Utica challenging back there. keeps moving around. Utica almost had it, but doesn't. Glove down by Hilfiger. Move deep. I don't know if that was Morse to try to get it up. It's a move, but they're gonna call that. Utica's got a penalty coming up. They're gonna call interference. I don't know if I like that call. I really don't. Someone said get him out of here like that's something you toss somebody for. That's not a good penalty. Apparently, a fan wanted him tossed after a bang bang play that really wasn't. It was kind of a ticky tack penalty. Utica on the PK, just under 9 in. And we're going to have to drop the puck again. Come on, Stripes. You're better than that. Drop the puck. Let's go. Drop the puck. And my stream's buffering. There we go. Face off, won by Utica. Around behind the net. They try to get it. They dump it out successfully. Easter stops it behind the net. One Pioneer challenging. He gets to the puck. He has it. Holding on to it. Dumps it Gomez. And that's Lundberg that gets there to challenge and keep possession as long as he can. That's Lundberg. Lundberg has the puck. Lost the puck. That's a penalty right there, and that's not called. Play is stopped. I don't know what they're going to do here. 1:22 left in the Brockport power play. Lundberg and Trudeau had a little exchange off camera because the camera panning is not doing good right now. Face off, won by Brockport, but it goes back into their own zone. Time's just ticking on this power play for them. From behind their own net, moving it up. Dumps it in, or moves it in. Utica dumps it out. They have it there. 1-on-1 potentially. That's a shot from Brighton. Saved. That's Gullickson, not Brighton. My bad. Wrong player. Some of the talks of Jersey make their numbers look very similar. Coming out is Gomez McClelland on the PK with Brighton and backs with 1:05 left to go in it. Almost at 10 minutes gone in this first period. So close. A couple seconds off. Brockport holding behind their own net, and now they carry it out. Tried to get it in. They do, but Utica's there to try to get it out. They try to get it back in. They do behind the net. Try to throw it to the slot. Brockport 9 has it to the right of Curtin. Back low. Low left. Utica manages to keep the puck from getting high. They have it in the slot, try to pass it. Doesn't get there. Utica's there. Takes it around behind the net. Dumps it out. And it gets past a hand. And it's all the way down. I'm assuming a little. Yep, there's some change. Utica has it in the corner. Taking it to the slot, but that puck is stopped. It would have been a good shot from Vitale. 15 left in the power play and ticking. 10 left on the power play. Final push from Brockport with 5 left to go. They don't get the puck in the zone. Dumped in. 1 second left. Back to full strength is Utica. Utica manages to get it out. Line change, potentially. De La Rovere has it in deep. Cycling around. Brockport takes it out. Looking for the wide pass. It's not there. It's stopped. Over high circle. Down below. Try to get it below. But that does not work. Brockport still gets it back. They try to send it low. Utica's there and bring it out. It gets into the zone. That is Vitale that has it. Trying to get around behind the net. Now it circles around to high defenseman. High shot. Serrato is back and it's saved. Serrata back in the game. Good to see the kid up and kicking. You know, I'm glad he's not hurt bad. Out there right now, you have Lundberg, Ahern, and Gut. On D, you have the captain, Preston Brighton, and Procious. Face off won by Utica. Dumped high. Crosser. Looking dumped low. On that puck is Gut in the corner. To the right. Trying to get it somewhere. Ahern gets on it. Wild shot. Does not get through the body of a defender. And they take it into the O-zone. It's Brockport. Brockport behind the net. Tries to get it in front in the slot. It does not work. Utica was there to stop it. Turning and passing. Dumping high. Dumped into the offensive zone, onto goal, and frozen face-off. Going to be looking like to goalie right. Utica up 1, 12-15 into this second period. It's been so long since I've done one of these. Now I'm realizing how much wind it takes. Not. Utica re-secures it behind the offensive zone behind the net. Morse carrying. Sends it with a defenseman who goes low circle, around behind the net, looking. Passes to the high point. Looking. Shot. Tip. Score! Utica 2-0. That is the captain, Drake Morse.
Robert has an option going to that. It's Lundberg. He scores!
Let's go!
Opportunity. They'll score again.
Go to Morse for the sixth hit. Don't push her off the shot. Let's go. Finally, the offense we expected to see from the Pioneers. That's about right for their system. Let's go. Face off won by Utica, and they get it back in. They're going to call that an icing. I'm pumped. Let's go. Actually, no, they will bring that just out of the zone. They will. Offsides? Hand pass? Maybe a hand pass. I didn't see a signal. Face off by De Rovere with McMillan to his right and Vitale to his left. Puck dumped in by the Pioneers. Brockport is there, cycles around along the boards, but McMillan is there to try to take a shot. It hits the body. Coming back up the boards, Brockport gets it out. Utica has it. Looking, carried by the defenseman, and it gets in. Looking, shot, blocked from the mid-circle. Sent low, McMillan is there. Vitale gets it out of the play. But then trying to throw it in the slot, it doesn't get there, and Brockport takes it back up. Pass to the Pioneer defender from Brockport, and they send it through the neutral. Tipped in the O-zone by Lundberg. He has it. Moving pass across to the defenseman, but it looks like it comes back out. Dumped in by the defenseman. Stopped behind the net by Brockport. That's Easter. They move it up the ice, coming out into the neutral. They try to get it into the O-zone, but they can't. Utica wins that battle. Loses that battle, but gets the puck. Passes up. Utica has it in the O-zone. Dumping low. Shot. Goes wide. Utica has it. Herrick sends it low. That pass was nice, but not nice enough. Brockport stops it. Sends it into the corner. They try to get it out. Gomez tries to hand that puck to keep it in, and he can't. As it goes the other way, stops or wide. Utica has it. Long, wide pass, and that's an icing. Utica still owning shots on goal. 19-9. Utica loses the faceoff and gets the puck in either way. Easter tries to cycle around. There's a player there. That is Gut. Moving the puck, tries to throw it to the slot. He cycles. Puck dumped high on the boards. Brockport brings it out. Utica gets it back before they can get it into the O-zone. Brockport gets it back, though. Utica's puck now. In their zone. Into the neutral. Into Brockport's zone. Utica loses it again. Brockport up the bench side boards. Along to the penalty box side. Cycles it along the boards. Tries to put it to the slot or didn't have control. No one there. The Pioneers bring it up. That is Guts. Bring it up. Or backs. That is cycling along the boards. To goal your right. Low circle. Moving. Shot. Saved. High shot. Or high circle shot. Sent wide. Utica has it in the low left corner. Moving around. Morse gets it behind the net. Cycling. Pass slot. It's too high. It might have caught something. Utica dumps it low. Pioneer there. Tries to dump it high. He comes back low instead. Moves it to Morse behind the net. Morse turning. Comes back the other way from left to right. Cycle it high. Tries to pass the D-man, but Brockport is there to stop it. And now it's Pioneers puck behind their own net coming up. The breakout pass is not there. Pioneers would have beat out the icing if it weren't for Easter touching it up, keeping it in Brockport hands, but Utica still gets the puck before it can come out of the zone. Utica trying to get it deep on the left side. They do. Keep it deep, but there's no one there. Brockport trying to get it out. Utica keeps it in. Looking shot. Saved. It hit off a player. Utica up 2-0 with 16:21 gone in this second period. Puck is frozen, and we will have a face-off to Easter's right. Someone yelled, "Move your feet." They give Longhe the assist, too. Utica wins the face-off, but loses the puck to Brockport. They try to bring the O-zone and fail. Utica has it the other way. Vitale had it and lost it on the toe drag. Comes back around. Brought for Brockport. They dump it out. Utica has it in their own zone. Back up the penalty box side boards. Tipped in. Utica shot. Saved from McMillan. D to D. That's Serrato. He makes a man miss. Driving to his defense partner. Shot. They try to tip it in, but it would have been a high stick either way. Serrato with it to the left. Dumps it low. He looks to pass it back, but shoots instead. Misses. Serrato trying to get back in position. He gets the puck, looking. Passed along the penalty box side, boards on, dumped in. That puck gets on net and is frozen. First man there is Gomez. (17-13) gone. Actually, 17-16. The clock was wrong. Gone in this second period. Utica averaging a goal per period at this point. Not what I would have expected. Puck or face-off won by Utica. They have the puck, high circle, shot. Doesn't get there long. He tries to chop at it to get it on, and it doesn't work. Rockport gets it behind the net. Tries to dump. Or tries to get out. They do not. Utica keeps it in. Tries to dump. They don't necessarily. Two Pioneers players hit each other, but the puck stays in. It was Longhe was one of the two players that hit each other. Longhe has it high, looking shot. That hits off a player and goes the other way. Longhe looking. Pass long behind the net. Long outlet pass to Gut, but stopped. Gets it low. That might be backs that's low. Gut looks to center it, but there's no one there, and Brockport gets the puck. But there's pressure from the Pioneers. Puck gets out. Utica has it in their own zone. Passes the puck over. Passes it into the ozone. Tries to cross into the slot. There's a body there. Utica cannot stop it from coming up the boards, and Brockport has it coming the other way. Even numbers, but they dump it in. Brockport has it to Curtin right at the circle, at the outer circle. Behind the net, Utica has it back. Tries to get it up ice. Barely close icing. That I don't know about that one. And the player that it was, I think it was Gut, almost did a split. I feel bad. I would have felt bad if he did. I really would have, because that would have hurt, and you know it. 18:43 gone in this second period. Clock is ticking. Face off to the left, or on the penalty box side dot. Won by Utica. Gets dumped in, but Brockport gets the puck, and it's coming the other way. Through the neutral. Into the ozone. Dumped. Trying to get it behind the net, but Utica wins the battle. That looks to be Serrato that got the puck. Brockport managed to get it back, but Utica trying to move the puck around. They do. Morse has it. Dumps it out. Brockport gets it back. Last minute to play in the period. Utica looking to get it back. After Brockport tries to send it to the slot. Utica loses it to Brockport. Carrying it to left. Shot. Hits a body in front. Utica has it back. It's dumped. And that is the end of the second. Nope, that time is just put as 0-0. Utica has it. 15 seconds left. Shot goes wide. They try to move it from the point, but they can't. Utica's there, and then it's dumped with 6 seconds left. Utica has it. 4, 3, 1. Last shot. Stop. And it is end of the second period. Utica up 2-0 on UCHC rival Brockport. I will be taking a couple second break from the broadcast. But Utica up 2-0 with 23 shots to the Brockport 10. And I'll be right back. All right. So let's take another look around D3. Because why not? Wow, it's cold tonight. Anyone in New York knows it's cold right now. I'm hoping that there is nothing like snowy tomorrow. Wow, snow would make it feel like a proper hockey game, though. I'm not joking. Geneseo Albertus Magnus just started. Elmira up 3-1 on St. John Fisher at the end of 2. We know the Brockport score. Endicott, number 13, starting off with Wentworth. UNE up 6-1 on Roger Williams. Curry up 3-1 on Suffolk, but Suffolk has a 5-minute major power play, 4:26 left. Stevenson now has 8 goals to Misericordia's 1. Lebanon Valley College up 2-1 on Wilkes at the end of 2. That Stevenson game is early third. The Curry game, I think, is late second. Newman up 1-0 in the late second on Arcadia with a power play. Alvernia up 5-2 on King's College at the end of 2. King's College going into the third with a power play. This is right. Sometimes I don't trust it. In the NE10, St. Anselm, Southern New Hampshire just started. Assumption, St. Michael's 3-2 at the end of 2. Franklin Pierce up 3-0 on Post at the end of 2. In the Little East, you have Babson up 4-2 on Norwich at the end of 2. UMass Boston New England College just started. Plymouth State UMass Dartmouth is final, 7-1 Plymouth State. And Southern Maine beat Castleton 3-2. That is also final. Number 11 Tryon now up 3-1 on Dubuque. It was 1-1 with a little bit left in the third. St. Norbert, number 4, up 1-0 on Marion halfway through the first. MSLE up 1-0 on Concordia a little over halfway into the first. Aurora, number 3, is up 1 on number 2 Adrian 12 minutes into the first. And Lake Forest and Lawrence zip 1-1 around the same time as the Adrian game. And then NASCAC, Wilby just started playing Colby. I did it again. Williams just started playing Colby. Middlebury just started playing Bowdoin. I was thinking Bobby Bowden for some reason, like a name. Wesleyan trailing 2 at the end of 2 to Tufts, 2-0. Number 9 Hamilton, 4-1 over Amherst with 3 minutes left in the second. Trinity, number 14, tied 2-2 with Connecticut College with 5 left in the second. End of 2, Fredonia Morrisville, 1-1. End of 2, Cortland up 4-3 on Buff State with a power play. Potsdam at the end of 2 is going to be up 5-1 on Canton. Hobart now up 3-1 at the end of 2 on Skidmore. Plattsburgh up 1-0 on number 8 Oswego at the end of 2 at the whiteout game. In the Mayak, St. Olaf is up 3-0 on Gustavus already with 6:38 left in the first. And midway through the first in hand line, St. Mary's. St. Mary's has a goal plus is on the power play with half of a minute to go. Then in the non-con, Bethel is trailing UW Stout 1-0 midway through the first. St. John's UW River Falls tied midway through the first. Concordia UW Eau Claire, same thing. Beloit Hiram do not play for another 17 minutes. And St. Scholastica versus UW Superior. Number 12 UW Superior, 1-1. 8:06 left in the first. So some stuff going on around hockey tonight, right now. Stevenson scored another goal. They did it again. No, never mind. I thought they did. But, wow. What? what is D3 sometimes? You have Newman beating Arcadia, who just lost to St. John Fisher. You have Wilkes losing to Lebanon Valley. Wilkes was the conference champ last year. I mean, you have Chatham beating Nazareth, and Nazareth has been on the last couple of years. Well, better than Chatham. St. John Fisher actually scored a goal against Elmira, which I'm surprised about. I'm not even lying. Yeah, this is a weird night. St. Norbert only has, well, it's halfway through the first. Aurora's up on Adrian already, which is weird. Hamilton actually scored a few. Trinity's tied with Connecticut College, though I guess sometimes they like to play people close, I guess, from what I've seen. Buff State's keeping up with Cortland pretty good. Hockey's weird, man. Hockey's weird. All right, reloading the broadcast. Because right now I think we are just hearing nothing. I'm just ready for more hockey. Let's get this third going. Because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten dinner, and I did this instead of eating dinner, which was a great idea. It's going to be worth it in the end, I hope. I can make dinner at any time. I can't stream the game at any time. Oh, well. Dinner's dinner. It happens. I can go back to that. I can go do that. Dinner is later. Hockey is now. That put that on a shirt. Dinner is later. Hockey is now. I would put that on a shirt. Ton longer in this intermission. I'm hoping, at least. And there really shouldn't be. Both teams are now 0-2 on the power play per team. Kind of ironic that both periods this game, it has been, Utica scores a goal, not on the power play, and both teams get a power play, don't score. Awesome. Utica's power play has just been horrible the last couple games. Like, very bad. They look better today. Like, that second power play looked really good. Just didn't get in the net. I mean, I can't really fault them for that. First one, I kind of might be able to a little bit of give and take on that first power. It's weird. I look at that rink now and I see Oswego, except they must be smaller because Oswego has the same mezzanine around seats when I was there. Good game. I picked a good game to go to. It was Cortland. So, rivalry games are something else, dude. I'll tell you. Utica will show you rivalry games are something else. Any big rivalry game. Utica Elmira when they were a conference rival. Who are back. That'll be fun. The fans haven't forgotten. I'm sure they'll be just as rabid as against Manhattanville, who really is no rival anymore. Yeah, I said it. Well, they're a rival. They're that little brother that you beat up on because you feel like it sometimes. Though they've shocked Utica a number of times. But I feel like the discrepancy between Utica and them, I feel like the tides have turned and that rivalry. I feel like Utica was always the one that just came up short. Now Utica is the one that just goes, I'm bored with you. But sometimes Manhattanville plays them close, like a rival does. Other games, Manhattanville does not show up. So, that's the only bad thing about the rivalry. Sometimes just one team doesn't show up, for better or for worse, depending on who you're a fan of. And I don't think that's a good thing. There is a Pioneer jersey in the crowd. I am proud of that. I see one. Orange hat too. I think I might know who that is. I might have seen that person around the yard a couple times if it's who I'm thinking of. Let's go Pioneers, whoever it is. Let me just note the broadcast note shots are going 23. I like that. I love the number 23. Oh, they got the music. Does that mean we're finally coming back? Oh, shots on goal for Utica actually are 23. Funny. Here come the Zebras of Doom. Means we got around a couple minutes left. Hope they brought their whistles because this may go one of two ways: really physical or really scory, and it could be for either side. Can I just say that Brockport's B with the talent around it doesn't look as good as their Eagle? I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I like the Eagle better because their center ice has both of them. I like the Eagle a lot more. I feel like the B with the talent, it's not boring, but I feel like it's too simple. Io's coming out, and we're back. I never updated it. It's 2-0. Good job. Face off, won by Brockport. They move the puck. Utica gets it back. That is Gullickson. Makes a man a little silly. Pass through the slot, does not get on the stick. It could have been a goal if it was. Coming the other way is Brockport. It would have been even man for man, 3-3, but it is dumped, and Serrato is there to try to get it out. He does not. It comes back around. It takes a weird bounce. Utica has it. They get it out. Dumped in by Morse. That's a line change. One chaser. Vitale coming out. That line. The second line. Utica manages to stop the puck and bring it the other way. Vitale looking, shoots, saved. Glove hand. Face off to Easter right. Della Rovere taking it. Won by Utica. Vito tries to get the puck, but it's taken away by a Brockport player. They get it in deep. Utica's there. Brighton stops the player for a board battle. It comes the other way. Utica manages to stop. Utica playing a little physical at the moment in the corners, trying to get the puck back. They do. Della Rovere passes up on the breakup. Utica going to beat it out. Chance. Shot say off the net. I don't know if it got the stick of Easter when he poked or not. As noted by the commentator, 9 shots for Vito in total. 6 of them have been on net. Most of any player so far during the game. gut up to, actually, that is Gomez to take the face off. One by Gomez. Puck comes out. Rockport gets it deep. Trying to throw it into the, was going to throw it in the slot, but then throws it up the wall. Utica manages to stop it. That's Gomez. Gets the block. Gets it out. But it's still in. Utica now getting out. That's long heat. Tries to pass up. It gets there. Shot blocked by a defender. Dumps it around. Player not there. Lundberg gets there. Tries to throw it cross to a defender, and he cannot. That was Perrick, the intended target, and Brockport come the other way. Utica's Gomez bringing it up. Passes it. Tries to pass back. Cannot secure it. Tries to dump it out. Brockport does. Serrato has the puck. Passes it up the middle. And that puck didn't get a stick, and icing is the call. Man, Brockport has their delivery cost early. They haven't actually against Shadow. That's very early. Face off won by Brockport. The Golden Eagles cannot keep the puck in, though. They try to dump it in, or get it in. They do, but Utica has the puck behind their net coming up the bench side boards. Secured by backs. Shot. Deflected. Does not get on net. Utica still has it, though. To Easter's right. Looking. Dumps it low. Utica there. Tries towards the slot. Shot. Saved by the goaltender. Serrato tries to keep it out. He cannot. Utica carries it in. Rockport complaining about even calls for tripping. Shot redirected wide by Utica. Looks like Bax has been moved up to the forward line. Utica tries to get it in their own zone. Bad pass, but it is thankfully not secured and redirected wide by the net by Brockport. They bring it the boards, the curtains left. Try to circle to come to the slot. Utica's there, carrying it up is gut. Dumped. Doesn't get dumped into the Utica zone. They are offside. No, they are not. Utica has it. Moving it into the O zone. It doesn't get in. Dumped in. Play blown dead. Coming to the penalty box circle on the Brockport side of the ice. Brockport half. Just over 4 minutes in, or just under 4 minutes in. 3:57 into the third period. Utica up 2-0. Brockport won the faceoff, tried to dump it in. That's a play blown dead. Going back to the center circles. Now bench side. Same half of the ice. Utica trotting out the Gullickson line with Morris and McClellan. Dumped in by the Utica defenseman. They try to circle it along the boards. They cannot. Now they move it up. It does get passed along the boards. Raff gets in front of a Utica player. One-on-one shot. Saved by Curtin. What a kick save. And Utica bring it the other way, but it is McClellan with not much help. Utica has it behind their own net with a player chasing. Moving the puck. Utica fakes the pass, gets a defender to try to make a play, and now they get it into the O zone. Circling behind the net is Utica. Tries to look to the slot. Nobody there. Brockport gets it. Good hit from Utica. Let's go. The small man, the shortest man on the ice. Serrato lays a body. Utica has it back. Vito coming up the ice. The goalie right. Shot goes wide. It was off the post. Puck. They attempt to keep it going that way, and it does not hurt. Doubling back to get it. Tries to get it along the boards. It goes off a stick to or off a player to Lundberg. They bring it in. They have the number advantage. Shot after he comes in, and that's kick saved. Puck comes up. That's Vito holding. Look, shoots. Saved. Utica has it at the high point. Point to point. Looking. Dumped low. Lundberg gets it. Coming back to the point. Shot. Does not get through a body. Utica has it. High slot. Dumps it low. It's behind the net. That is Lunghey that has it. He almost went down. Tries to send it to the defenseman Cross. He does. Shot. Saved, and they dump it out. That's going to be icing. It just barely missed the net. Icing. Going back down just 6 minutes into the third. Curtain, that was close. I mean, close. Like inches from having to be played. Lucky play. Not lucky play. Lucky bounce off the boards from the Pioneers. Face off, won by Utica. Looking shot. It does not get on net. Looking. Cycling. Morse has it down low. Trying to get it back up high. He changes direction. Comes low. Passes to McClellan. McMillan. No, McClellan. I was right. Brockport gets it and dumps it in. That is Curtin behind the net. Moves the puck. Utica has it. Trying to get it out. They do. Brockport has it in the neutral. Utica stops any chance or that chance of trying to get in and sends it into the ozone. Brockport has it and is coming the other way after what I think was a line change from the Pioneers. Brighton there to get it to Ahern, and that puck is in the ozone. That's got looking shot. Swallowed by Eastern. Eastern, not Eastern. I heard Ahern and I went to call him Eastern. There are so many clip moments today of me just mispronouncing somebody's name because I'm confused. There's probably a fair share of them tonight. I'm going to check and make sure we're still getting audio. Yep, we are. Utica loses the faceoff. Brockport coming the other way. Dumped in. And Serrato manages to stop the puck, and it turns into a board battle. Serrato fighting along with Gut. Serrato and Gut in there fighting with two Brockport players with a player waiting outside for Utica. They get the puck out of it, and it's a 3-3. Good move from the Pioneer. Coming in, shot from Ahern, saved. Brockport trying to get it out. They do. 2-2. Shot, saved, and frozen by the former Elmira transfer in net. Utica has the puck trying to get it into the ozone. They cannot after the face-off. They do have it, though. After a player gets tripped up, they're trying to look to it to the slot. Never mind. Cycling, circling. Utica loses the puck, but gets it back. Trying to get it in. That would have been offsides. Utica has to double back. Brockport has the puck. Just 8 minutes into this game, into this period. Brockport looking shot. Low glove, easily saved by number 36 in blue. 35, 36. 36, right? 35. I'm thinking 26 is Ahern. No, Ahern's 25. Numbers confuse me. Face off. Pioneers get to the puck, won by Brockport. Alunki looking, shot, saved, sent into the corner by the goalie. Looking, passes it across ice to the defenseman, dumped low. They're going to call that offsides. They're going to say it got out. I don't think it got all the way out. I really don't, from the broadcast point of view. I wonder how many are at this game. I totally won't use that number tomorrow night. Block from the Pioneers as Brockport comes in with a shot on the rush, and 3 of the 5 charge in for Utica. Pass, shot, saved. A little bit of a late hit there from Brockport, but the puck is frozen. The net completely comes off, and chaos. Stripes is keeping Brockport on the bench. Face off won by the Pioneers. Coming down low is the defenseman passing the puck to Morris. Shot block comes into the neutral zone. Utica secures. Dumps. Utica is there. They have it behind the net. Into the corner. Moves it high. Shot. Gets through somehow, but redirected somewhere, whether it was a body or by the goalie. Utica still has the puck. Loses it at the high point. High slot, or not high point. High circle. Slot and circle are similar for me today, apparently. Utica loses the battle for the puck. They get a shot. Saved by Curtin. And it's coming the other way. No offsides. Look. Oh, they're going to call that. You can't call that. That's not offsides. Bax was not offsides. The foot was dragged, and it would have been a nice open shot. That's not a good call. That's wishy-washy ticky-tack kind of stuff that I don't even think was. Ahern, Gut, and Vito on the ice. Face off won by the boys in blue, but it goes all the way down. Utica keeps possession. They breach the ozone. That is Gut with it in the corner to goalie left. Puck ends up on a Brockport stick and out into the ozone. They carry it in, but Utica is there to keep it going the other way. Brockport gets it in the neutral, in the D zone, into the neutral, into the ozone. Utica looking, or not Utica looking, Utica steals it away. They get to the ozone, lose the puck. That was McMillan. Puck dumped and icing. Brighton first to get there. The captain. Good flip to the ref. 1-9. I didn't know that was that easy. I couldn't do it that easy. We are over the halfway point in this third period. And a Brockport player just hit a stick out of McMillan's hands on the faceoff. And they're going to take the Brockport player for a slash. That is 100% a slash. What is this? What is Brockport complaining about? The puck or the stick literally got slashed out of his hands. It's a Utica power play. Let's go. 51 coming out of the ice. That unit has Alex Sherman, Aiden Herrick, Andrew Della Rovere, Derek Morse, and Eric Vitale. Face off won by the Pioneers. They managed to keep it in as Brockport almost got to that puck. Into the corner, moving it around. High circle, point to point. High circle, back to the point, shot. Saved. Sent wide. Utica gets there to keep it in. To keep it from getting shot out. It has a high point to the left. Sent around. Center point, shot. Tip almost there, and frozen by Brockport. It was a good shot by Perrick with potential tip, I think it was. Better save. Better save. although it wasn't really save, but power play has 1:35 to go. They actually put Brockmore power play instead of Utica power play. Utica has it crossing post or point shot. Save. Center mass for Easter. He swallowed it. Swallowed it. El Rivera to take the face off. PP1 still out there. Utica wins it. Up high. German to Perrick. And now we're buffering. Perrick. Pass. Shot. No shot. They have it. German to Perrick. Low. Circling. Sends it low. Tries to. It comes out. And this is going to be a line change for both teams with a minute left. Just over. Utica carrying. Long he crosses as they come in. Taking a look. Crosses. Looking. Shot. Save from the slot. Tic, tac, toe for Nick Ahern. Let's go. One of my streams is buffering, but the other's not. Let's go. I don't know if it fully played.
Fair to you. Now Del Robert has option going to that. Lundberg, he scores! Oh, opportunity. They'll score again.
Utica wins the faceoff, and it looks like they will take this one in deep. Utica now has a power play goal, finally, and Utica keeps it in the offensive zone, but it is dumped out. Utica has it in their own zone. Player falls in the corner. Puck stuck in the corner. Utica still can't get it. Players keep going down near that corner. Utica tries to get it out. They cannot. Brockport has it at the high point. Moving it around. Tries to get it to the high point to a goalie to left, and they don't. It goes near the bench. They dump it in. Curtin stops it behind. Utica has it. And then Brockport comes up with it. They bring it into the ozone. Looking shot. Doesn't hit the net. Brockport behind the net tries to pass it up. They do, but the puck does not land where they want to. Scoreboard's still not updated. Utica carrying it. That's going to be offsides on the Pioneers. And that puck coming back. Broadcaster making the understatement of the century when he says this, and the Brockport's passes are just a little off. Utica face off on bench side. My thing froze. Utica wins the face off. Okay. That was Morse. Stop behind, actually. Yep. Offsides would have been called. They would have said Morse was off. So he doubles back. Brockport carrying. Jumps in. Perrick collects. Moves it around. Off the boards. Pioneers go the other way. Pass. High circle. Falls. Brockport coming the other way. They look for a pass, and it wasn't the greatest. They have to double looking shot score. Brockport scores. Brockport gets their first, and it's 3-1. That was kind of stupid to allow. Although, I think that resulted from the fall. Realistically, if I'm thinking about that. Yep. Shot in the high circle. Mid-high circle towards the slot side. Utica loses the faceoff. Brockport brings it in. Shot is wide. Another one looks to be wide. Utica gets it behind their own net, bringing it around. Coming out. The stretch pass is not there, and that's an icing, is what they call. I don't know about that. Face off. Whoa, is that? Ooh, another icing from the Pioneers. I had to make sure I was at the right time. I wasn't watching a replay. 6 seconds later, the Pioneers had another icing, and it's back down to Curtin. Right, Curtin. Same name almost. Guys hasn't thrown me off yet. Utica wins the faceoff, brings it around behind the net, dumps along the boards. They're there to get it out. And it's into the O-zone with a tracer. Pioneers cannot get the puck as it comes back out for Brockport. They dump it in. Utica gets to it. And they do not get it out. Shot saved by Curtin, and a stick keeps there from being a second chance opportunity that may have gone in. And Brockport comes the other way with the puck. Brockport is back into the O-zone along the right side boards. Utica gets it back. Charging is 2 forwards. One is Longhi, the other is Gomez, but it's taken back by Brockport. Gomez goes to challenge. The puck comes back and ends up on Longhi's stick. Longhi looking passes. Lumped low. Longhi there. Around behind the net. Taking a look. Shot saved from the glove. That is Easter. We are now under 5 minutes to go in this third period. Lines change on both sides. Utica loses the face-off, but gets it in the neutral and dumps it in. Brockport trying to get it out, and they succeed. This buffering is killing me. Utica manages to clear it in the neutral, trying to get it out, but loses it. Brockport dumps in, and that is German that's got it. Moving around behind the net to Serrano. Takes a look, tries to move it up. He does, and it's in the O-zone. Looking. Shot. Saved and redirected wide. German keeps it in. Dumped low. Brockport manages to take it the other way. And dumped in with a line change. Utica is there. Brockport has it in their own zone. Trying to move it in, but Utica gets it. Takes it away. 2-1. Looking. Shot. Save. He held it too long. There was a sliding block. Went to drag and shoot. Should have shot a little earlier. Hopefully no harm, no foul. It is. That play doesn't matter later. Face off won by the Pioneers. Low from Hilfiger. Right along the boards. Utica has it. Coming around behind the net. Along to the high point, looking cross point to point, dumped low. Utica has it around behind the net, comes back up to the point. Shot. Save. Second opportunity hit away by a Brockport player. Utica has the puck. Cross D. Dumped in. Off a tip, I'm assuming. Brockport goalie hits it. Utica gets it back, tries to wrap around. Almost there. Pioneer score. 4-1. with just over 3 to go in the third.
Now Del Robert has an option going to the net. Flipper, and he scores! Oh, opportunity. He'll score again. Amazing angle. All the way. Reach and throw and scores!
Way to put him to bed, Mr. Morse. With assist from Eric Vitale. The captain gets back to work. Rockport secures the puck in their own zone. Tries to get it out. There's a defender there. Dumps it back in. Utica has it behind the net. Coming around. Rockport secures. Tries to get it out. Utica stops it. Dumps back in. Shot. Save. Glove. Side by the Rockport netminder. Face off to go left. One by the Pioneers. Looking shot. Doesn't get through, and then it does. Saved. Frozen by the netminder. It is Vito's first assist and his 5th point of the season. 2:35 left to go in the third. 4-1. Wins the face-off and frozen again. Man, we love freezing this puck. Utica gets it in deep, but Brockport tries to get it out from the goalie. Utica keeps it in. Looking. Della Rivera dumps. It gets in deep. Behind the net is the Pioneers. Falling tries to make a play to keep the puck in Pioneer hands. They do. It's up to the high D. Shot block. Rockport gets it out. Utica dumps it in. Rockport secures behind the net. Everybody gets a little bit of a changer here. Under 2 minutes to go. Now they carry. Looking up the penalty box side is Brockport. They get it in. Lose a stick and a dead puck. I'm assuming that's an offside call. And we're going back. Neutral zone. It's going to be penalty box side circle. Pioneer half the ice. Won by the Pioneer is the face-off. But Brockport gets it back. Deep. Pioneers there. Trying to get it out along the boards. They cannot. Yuki gets it back and goes the other way along the boards. Trying to get it out still. They do not. Pioneers try to cross it in the defensive zone. They do, and it's out. Not enough for an icing. Brockport whiffed on the pass. Utica challenging. It's along the boards. They didn't get what they expected, but they jumped and change with 1:09 left to go in the third. We are almost at the 1 minute left mark. Utica up 4-1. Utica has the puck. They're moving it up the ice. Under a minute to go. Dumped in by the Pioneers. Played by Easter. Trying to pass it. It gets out. Times are ticking. Utica has it with 45 seconds in the row zone below the blue, red line. Trying to get it out. They do. Utica's there. And they double back. Playing very loyal defense. Brockport has the puck. Trying to get it in. Utica gets it back. Looking. Breakout is there. And it is hit in. Nope, that's an icing. Puck is coming down into the offense, into the Utica defensive zone with 23 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Utica will take home their first win of the season. 4-1 over Brockport, unless something drastic happens. Interesting. And Brockport wins the face-off. D to D. Looking. Tries to get it across ice. He does not. They try to force a slot. Puck doesn't fully get there. Utica has it going the other way. They jump it in. Utica playing defensive hockey here. Got 10 seconds left. Behind the net. 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the game. That is it. Utica wins 4-1. Utica finds their first win. All right, so with this game, Pioneers are now 1 win, 4 losses. I gotta say, I'm surprised kind of by this, but not. Point leaders tonight. Why did I pick that position? Point leader tonight was Drake Morse with 2 goals. You also an assist go to all of Kochler, German, Hilfiger, Longhe, McMillan, Vitale, and Gutt, and 2 other goals to Ahern and Lundberg. Vitale led the team in shots with 11, followed by Morse and De La Rovere with 6. Shots on goal led by Vito with 6. De La Rovere with 5. 4 from Gooley and Morse. Ahern's goal was a power play goal. And a lot of blocks from everybody on the team, especially Brighton with his 3. 2 from Serrato, Procius, and Gomez. And from the goaltender, Kyle Curtin's 9-3-3, 14 saves on 15 shots on goal. Easter for Brockport had 40 saves, 4 goals allowed, a .909 percentage. Their only goal coming from Gates with the assist to Ezevendo. Their shot leaders were Cull and Flansburgh. I don't know which one because it doesn't specify. One of the brothers. And leading shots on goal, 3 from Cull, 2 from Malzahn. Looking at the team stats overall, it was a one-sided game. Utica put the better shots on, or Utica put more shots on net. They got more on target, getting them on goal. Some of them redirected, some of them tipped, more goals. They actually scored on the power play, which I'm surprised in a way. Just, it doesn't surprise me. I like the split box. I should have pulled this up to begin with. This gives me the look I like. Anyways, definitely a good win from the Pioneers. Obviously, there's always going to be things to clean up. There's never not things to clean up, especially in the Pioneers' case. You can never be too careful. There's no such thing as perfect in hockey, but you can be close. You can be close. Taking a quick look around D3, looks like Elmira's going to win against St. John Fisher. 3-1 with a minute left. No score in the Geneseo Albertus Magnus. So who knows? Assumption is going to win 5-2 on St. Michael's. St. Anselm's, so New Hampshire is going to be 1-1 end of 2. Curry, number 6, ups 4-2 on Suffolk with 5 minutes to go. Number 5, UNE drops 7 on Roger Williams. Endicott drops 2. Number 13 on Wentworth. Nichols beat Johnson and Wales 2-1. Babson, number 15, sneaks one out in a 4-3 win against Norwich. And Lebanon Valley sneaks one out against Wilkes, 3-2. Newman up 3 on Arcadia. Looks like they're going to take that one. Alvernia pretty much takes their game 5-2 over Kings. Stevenson drops 11 total on Misericordia. Trine, number 11, is up 5-1 on Dubuque with 6 minutes to go. St. Norbert, number 4, is up 1-0 on Marion, and with 13:50 left in the second. Adrian Aurora, 3-3, middle of 2, pretty much. Hamilton, number 9, 5-1 win over Amherst. Number 14, Trinity College, down 2 to 4 to Connecticut College with under 4 minutes to go. Fredonia Morrisville in overtime with 27 seconds left to go, 1-1. Cortland dropped 7 on Buff State, who only scored 3. Potsdam, same thing. They did to Canton. Both of those games over. Hobart dropped 6. Number 1, Hobart dropped 6 in a 6-1 win over Skidmore with 30 seconds left to go, pretty much. Oswego, number 8, comes back, tied 2-2 with Plattsburgh in their whiteout with 12 seconds left. St. Olaf now has 4 on Gustavus with time left to go in the second. UW Superior, number 12, trailing to St. Scholastica 2-1, halfway through 2. U Sinclair and Concordia tied at 1, mid-second. St. John's and UW River Falls tied at 2-2, mid-2. And UW Stout dropped 5 on Bethel, but Bethel just scored. So, just a quick look around. D3. Utica is now got their first win of their belt. Hopefully looking a little better. And, I'll talk more about this tomorrow. Not much to say for me. Yeah. Mostly just Utica pretty much played their game, especially in the second and majority of the third. They dominated their way. That's to be expected. You kind of saw them take a hold and never let go. I have a feeling that hopefully if they start like that again tomorrow night, it will be the same result. All right, anyways, you know who I am. I'll see you soon. See you tomorrow, probably. Let's go, Pioneers.